My name is Emma. I am 33 years old. I live in a quiet town with my family. I am a wife and a mother. And these roles are very important to me. I have always believed that family is the center of life. I try to do my best every day for the people I love. I enjoy simple things like cooking meals, cleaning the house, and spending time with my family in the evenings. My husband's name is Daniel. He is kind and calm, and he works hard every day. We met many years ago when we were both young. At that time, we had many dreams and hopes for the future. Daniel was someone I trusted from the beginning. He spoke gently, listened carefully, and always said he wanted a happy family. Over the years, we built a life together step by step. We shared laughter, small problems, and everyday moments that made our bond strong. We have one daughter. Her name is Lily, and she is 7 years old. Lily is a cheerful child with bright eyes and a warm smile. She loves to draw pictures and read simple storybooks. Every morning, she wakes up early for school and asks many questions about the world. She brings joy and energy into our home. When she laughs, the whole house feels alive. I love watching her grow and learn new things each day. Our home is not big, but it is full of memories. We eat breakfast together when we can. And in the evenings, we often sit in the living room. Sometimes we talk. Sometimes we watch television. And sometimes we are just quiet together. These moments may seem small, but they are important. They make us feel close and connected as a family. We lived together for 10 years, sharing both good and difficult times. During these years, I felt proud of our family. I believed we were strong and united. I believed that love, patience, and trust could solve any problem. As a mother and a wife, I tried to create a warm and safe home for my husband and my daughter. To me, family was everything. It was my source of happiness and comfort. I believed that our life was stable and peaceful. I believed that we understood each other and that nothing could break our family apart. At that time, I felt grateful for the life I had and the people who were part of it. Before everything changed, our life felt peaceful and steady. Each day followed a simple rhythm that made me feel safe. In the mornings, Daniel went to work, and I helped Lily get ready for school. We shared quick breakfasts at the table, talking about small plans for the day. These moments were ordinary, but they were filled with warmth. I believed that this kind of quiet routine was a sign of a happy life. Our marriage had lasted for 10 years, and during that time, I felt deeply connected to my husband. I loved him not only for who he was, but also for the life we had built together. We had faced small problems like money worries or tired days, but we always seemed to find our way back to each other. When something went wrong, we talked about it. At least, that is what I believed. I felt that honesty and understanding were always present between us. I trusted Daniel completely. I never questioned where he went or what he did. When he said he was working late or meeting a friend, I believed him without doubt. Trust made our life feel easy. I did not feel the need to ask many questions or worry about his actions. I believed that trust was the foundation of our marriage, and I felt proud that we had it. Love was also a strong part of our daily life. Daniel showed care in small ways, like asking if I was tired or bringing home food after a long day. We talked about Lily's school, her future, and our hopes for her. Watching him play with our daughter made me feel that I had chosen the right partner. I believed he was a good father and a good husband. Our weekends were calm and familiar. Sometimes we went to the park as a family, and sometimes we stayed at home. We laughed, shared meals, and enjoyed being together. These moments made me feel that our family was complete. I believed that the love we shared was strong enough to last forever. During those years, I never imagined that anything serious could disturb our life. I felt secure in our relationship and confident in my husband's character. I believed that our marriage was built on truth, loyalty, and care. Looking back, those days seemed gentle and full of hope. At that time, I truly believed that our happy life would never change. My feelings during that time were deep and sincere. Love was something I felt every day, not only in big moments, but also in quiet, simple ones. When I looked at my husband, I felt comfort and familiarity. His presence made me feel calm. and I believed that he would always stand by my side. Love, to me, meant patience, understanding, and sharing life together without fear. Trust was a natural part of my heart. I trusted Daniel with my thoughts, my worries, and my dreams. I spoke to him openly about my feelings and believed he did the same with me. I never felt the need to protect myself emotionally because I believed I was safe. Trust allowed me to relax and focus on caring for our home and our child. I believed that nothing was hidden between us. I also felt proud of my marriage. I thought we were an example of a strong family. When I saw other people struggle in their relationships, I felt grateful that ours seemed stable. I believed that respect and honesty guided our life together. This belief gave me confidence and peace. I felt lucky to have a partner I could rely on. My belief in Daniel was firm. I believed he was a good man with good values. I believed his words and his promises. When he spoke about the future, I imagined growing old together, watching our daughter become an adult, and sharing many more years as a family. These thoughts filled me with hope and happiness. Emotionally, I felt secure. I did not live with fear or doubt. I believed that our home was a safe place, full of love and care. I smiled easily, laughed often, and felt emotionally balanced. My heart was open, and I did not guard it against pain because I did not expect pain to come from the people I loved. As a mother, these feelings were even stronger. I believed that Lily was growing up in a loving and stable environment. I felt responsible for protecting that happiness. My love and trust shaped the way I spoke, acted, and made decisions. At that time, my emotions were gentle and hopeful. I truly believed that love and trust would always be enough to keep our family together. The change began on a Friday night, a night that seemed ordinary at first. The day had passed like many others, slow and familiar. Lily had finished her homework, and the house was quiet. The sky outside was dark, and the air felt still. I remember feeling calm, unaware that this moment would divide my life into before and after. Daniel came home later than usual. When he walked through the door, something felt different. His face looked tired, but not in the usual way. There was a distance in his eyes that I had never noticed before. His voice sounded flat when he spoke, and his words were short. I asked him about his day, expecting a simple answer, but he avoided my eyes and said very little. That small change made me uneasy, even though I did not understand why. As the evening continued, the quiet in the house felt heavy. Lily had gone to bed, and the room seemed larger and colder. I noticed that Daniel kept checking his phone, turning the screen away from me. This behavior was new. In the past, he had never hidden anything from me. My heart began to beat faster, and a strange feeling settled in my chest. I tried to ignore it, telling myself that I was imagining things. Then he said words that changed everything. His tone was serious, and his face was tense. He told me that we needed to talk. Those words filled me with fear. I felt my body grow still, as if I could not move. When he spoke, his words felt sharp and unfamiliar. The man I thought I knew sounded like a stranger. As he continued, my mind struggled to follow his words. Each sentence felt heavier than the last. The trust I had built over 10 years began to crack. My thoughts became confused, and my emotions rushed in all at once. Shock, disbelief, and pain mixed together, making it hard to breathe. I wanted to interrupt him, to say that he must be wrong, but my voice would not come out. Time seemed to slow down. The familiar walls of our home no longer felt safe. Everything I believed in suddenly felt uncertain. The future I had imagined disappeared in that moment. I realized that life could change in a single conversation, in a single night. When he finished speaking, silence filled the room. I sat there, frozen, trying to understand how one Friday night could undo years of love and trust. Nothing felt real anymore. In that moment, I knew that the life I had known was gone, and nothing would ever be the same again. After that night, my thoughts changed completely. I began to understand that life is fragile and can turn in unexpected ways. The sense of safety I once felt was gone, replaced by a quiet awareness that nothing should be taken for granted. I realized that trust, once broken, is not easily repaired. It changes the way a person sees the world and the people around them. I learned that strength often appears in moments of deep pain, when everything familiar falls apart. There is no choice but to face reality and move forward. I discovered a part of myself that I did not know existed, a part that could endure sadness and still stand up each morning. Pain forced me to grow, even when I did not want to. It taught me that survival sometimes means accepting hard truths. I also learned the importance of awareness. Love can be sincere, but it should not make a person blind. I understood that listening, observing, and trusting one's instincts matter. Small signs and feelings should not always be ignored. Awareness is not the same as suspicion, but it is a way of protecting the heart and the mind. Another lesson was about self-worth. I realized that my value did not depend on another person's actions or choices. Even when trust was broken, I was still whole as an individual. This understanding helped me slowly rebuild my confidence. It reminded me that respect for oneself is just as important as love for others. Most importantly, I learned that life continues. Even after deep disappointment, pain does not erase the past, but it reshapes the future. I began to focus on healing, on creating stability for my daughter, and on finding peace within myself. The experience taught me that while love can change, inner strength can grow stronger. Through loss and heartbreak, I learned lessons that would guide me forward and help me face life with greater wisdom and resilience.